after Super Bowl 58 on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
When you've been hurt in a car wreck, don't count on 3 magic wishes. Just call All Nines. George St. Injury Lawyers has the experience to help you get your money faster. Call us nights, weekends, 24/7. It's All Nines.
Trust Chief Meteorologist Riley Hale for your first alert. Live from Augusta, you're watching News 12 at 6 o'clock.
New year, new life. Say hello to this little one born on New Year's Day. But she's not the only one sharing the spotlight. We're going to show you the first babies born in the new year for Augusta. But before we get to that, a new year brings a new forecast. We want to send it over to First Alert meteorologist Emily Acton with a look at what we can expect in the first week of 2024.
Well, it's not looking too bad, Laura. We can kind of expect a little bit of everything. Today saw relatively mild conditions. We saw highs right around 60 here in Augusta, but now we've cooled off as the sun has set, and we are going to continue that trend overnight tonight. But right now, again, sitting in those 50s. If you have any outdoor plans this evening, a jacket is a must, but thankfully not seeing any rainfall for us. Now, that's a little bit more north, actually seeing some snow over in Washington, D.C., but again, we are dry, just a little bit on the cooler side. A cold front is pushing through. Going to be clear, a little bit of cloud cover come Tuesday, but Wednesday, that's when we're going to see our next chance of rainfall, and it's really going to come later in the day, lasting into the overnight hours as well. But good news is not expecting a whole lot of rainfall in terms of widespread, I should say, anywhere from 1/10 of an inch to maybe 1/4 of an inch. So no flooding issues expected there, but we do have another chance of rain by the weekend. So right now we're just tracking cold temperatures, small chance of rain come Wednesday. But Laura, I'll have details on what we can expect this weekend soon.
Okay, thanks, Emily. Well, the ball has dropped. The confetti behind me at Times Square, it's all been swept away for a fresh start to 2024. And here at home, a new year brings new laws going into effect. Hallie Turner tells us some of those laws in Georgia could affect your wallet. Yeah, most laws in Georgia typically take effect on July 1st, but this year Governor Brian Kemp signed several new laws that impact you starting today, and some of these may even save you money. From healthcare to tax relief, the first of them is Senate Bill 20, the CATCH Act, Consumer Access to Contracted Health Care. It's changing the law that was in place, giving you more protection and options when it comes to in-network health care. One way it does that is by requiring insurance to provide referrals to in-network doctors, even if the doctor making the referral is out of network. This law requires insurers must report data to the state commissioners to prove they are complying with the law. If they don't, they could be penalized. The next big relief is House Bill 1437, which will lower income taxes until 2029. In 2023, Georgia's flat income tax was sitting at 5.75%, but with the new law, it will decrease this year to 5.49%, and every year after that until it reaches 4.99% in 2029. The Office of Planning and Budget says the tax cut will save Georgians $1.1 billion in 2024. Are you worried about emergency situations and not knowing what to do when it comes to CPR? Well, now thanks to Senate Bill 505, all Georgia 911 operators must complete training yearly on how to give CPR instructions when on the phone. And by 2025, it says anyone without the mandatory education cannot be certified as a communications officer. Okay, thanks for breaking those down for us, Hallie. A 23-year-old is dead after a fiery crash on Fury's Ferry Road. Columbia County deputies responded to Fury's Ferry at Millstone Drive around 8:10 last night on New Year's Eve. That's right near the Jones Mill neighborhood. Investigators say Carson Downs from Anderson, South Carolina, was driving a Nissan Altima on Fury's Ferry when a 4Runner turned in his path. Deputies say Downs swerved into oncoming traffic and hit the 4Runner. The 4Runner was driven by a 16-year-old. The Altima caught fire and Downs died. The 16-year-old was not hurt, and charges against him are pending. Investigators say alcohol was not a factor. Giving you a live look at I-20 at the state line as drivers make their way to their destination. Maybe it's coming home from the holidays. You still have a little more time before Georgia DOT picks back up on those road closures. GDOT suspended lane closures for the Christmas and the New Year holidays. But tomorrow at 5 a.m., bright and early, crews get back to work, and those orange barrels will be out in certain spots. So just drive carefully. Many of you probably spent the day home from work. You might have caught some of the bowl games. We have Sydney Hood live at Top Dog Tavern where things are heating up. The night is just getting started, and I'm sure the smack talk is too, Sydney.
And Laura, it really doesn't get any better than this. You've got football coverage wall to wall in here. You've got a good meal to go with it. And let's face it, a day like today really is gold for places like Top Dog Tavern. You've got football games going on all day long. You've got hungry football fans coming in. And of course, they're bringing in their wallets with them too.
The whole food industry is for football.
And when you've got games on TV all day, it brings in big money for places like Carolina Ale House and Top Dog Tavern.
It definitely elevates it to the extreme, which is really good for both my staff and us as managers. We're looking forward to seeing our numbers at the end of the night.
We know football is king in the South.
Football is always a big thing here at Top Dog, so we try to push it as best we can.
But there is one team some are missing.
Without Georgia in the Final Four, it's a little bit different. The last 2 years, we've been very busy for the games.
But let's face it, if there's a game on, people are watching.
We got a bunch of people coming in still, just not the big crowd for the Georgia fans that we normally get, but there is a bunch of people still coming in.
And more people, of course, means more business.
I love interacting with our guests. You don't know who's walking through your door at any time. You could have a diplomat walk through, you could have a homeless guy walk through. It doesn't change how we act towards them, but it's very nice to see the different crowds that do come through.
And we've got some different crowds in here. We've got fans who are just here to enjoy some good football. I've seen a couple of Georgia fans who are a little upset. I won't call myself out, but then we also have some fans whose teams are actually playing today. We have Teddy here with his wife, Melanie. And Teddy, I don't think we need to tell folks who you're rooting for today, right?
No.
All right, so we got a tie game right now. Looks like it's going to be a super close game, but how are you feeling right now?
Confident, 7-7. We're a second half team. That just we usually bring it in on the second half, and we can spell Houston.
Alrighty, so we got a lot of confidence.
That's Houston.
Alrighty, so as you can see, we got a lot of confidence from this Tide fan right here. Now, how the game will play out, well, we'll continue to watch as the night goes on, Laura.
All right, no comments here, Sydney, but, you know, we do wish our Alabama friends the best. Okay, help us wish a very happy birthday to the first baby born in the CSRA in 2024. Messiah was born at 1:33 in the morning at Piedmont Hospital, coming in at 6 pounds and 15 ounces. She did not want to miss the New Year's Eve party. And also, this is Isis Alea Rover, born at 2:04 a.m. Isis weighs 7 pounds 1 ounce. A little celebration for her as well. Isis is 20.5 inches long. So a very happy New Year for those families indeed. But Isis, not the only New Year's Day baby born, as we showed you a couple there. Wellstar MCG also ringing in the new year with a baby born just hours after Isis. Our Taylor Martin spoke with the new parents about their new addition in 2024.
This is Lydia Moon.
The name Lydia I've always loved, and then Moon is my grandparents' last name, and I lost both of those in the last couple of years, so I wanted her to have a part of them.
After being born this morning at 8:17 a.m., she's sleeping peacefully in Mama's arms at 5 pounds, 14 ounces, and 18.5 inches long. Mom says when it came to her grand arrival, Lydia had another holiday in mind.
Well, she tried to come on Christmas night. The doctors wouldn't let her because she was too early.
While she didn't make it Christmas night, she still came as a New Year surprise.
I was scheduled for an induction in 2 weeks, so I definitely didn't expect it.
With Lydia being her second child, Mom says it wasn't an easy road to get here.
Pregnancy's hard. I was 10 years older this time, so it's a lot easier at 23 than it is at 33.
And now with a special birthday,
I'll always remember her first birthday.
It's a day she'll never forget, adding a new member to the family and a new meeting to New Year's Day. Reporting in Augusta, Taylor Martin on your side.
Congratulations to them, and the hospital gave the family a gift basket for being their first baby of 2024, filled with New Year's goodies and things to welcome baby. A lot of us are thinking about getting back to the gym, starting a fitness journey. Maybe your grocery order looks a little healthier. We're going to hear from this expert when it comes to those fitness resolutions.
And don't put up those winter coats just yet. We're going to see temperatures drop off into the 20s after a warm day today, but we have rain in the forecast. I'll let you know when coming up.
Mainly, I want to get out more on the bike. I have been getting kind of slack on it. I do go for walks every day, but the bike ride, I want to do at least once or twice a week.
Time the help you need.
Call me anytime. Days, nights, weekends, and even on the holidays.
It is January, and this afternoon it didn't really feel like it. We got it up in the 60s.
Yeah, it was definitely warm this afternoon. Still saw the sun, but a little bit of clouds out there. But you're right, we hit right at 60 here in Augusta. But we're going to cool off significantly overnight tonight, so don't get too used to it. But the trend's going to continue to see warmer afternoons, but a little bit cooler than what we saw today. Today was definitely the warm day for the week, but nonetheless, not terrible for this time of year. Now, looking at Grovetown, things are starting to pick up traffic-wise, but it's 54 right now. Feels like 54, so that's some good news. We're not seeing a lot of wind chill affecting us too much. The dew point's still pretty low, though, so very dry out there. Tracking rain well north of us over in Washington, D.C., and North Virginia, really seeing that rain. But we are dry here in the CSRA, expecting to stay dry for the next day or so, but that's going to change. Cloud cover's moving in tomorrow, late overnight, but then the rain's coming in from the Gulf, actually, and that's going to bring us lots of moisture come late Wednesday and really into the overnight hours, but should be out of here for the start of our Thursday. Now, next chance of rain, looking more widespread and heavier in pattern for us, and that's going to come Saturday. So going to see some widespread heavy rainfall lasting really throughout the greater part of the day. Unfortunately, this is around 8 a.m. and then you can see it's not really out until probably around 10 p.m. So the models have been pretty consistent. I have high confidence that we are going to see some rain Saturday. Not expecting any severe weather with this, and that's something that we have to pay attention to this time of year. But again, not with the system that's moving through. So that's some good news. So sunny tomorrow, a little bit cooler than what we saw today. Overnight low is going to trend in those upper 20s for the next couple of days, but once we hit the afternoons, a lot more bearable for us. Rain coming in again Wednesday late in the afternoon and then into the overnight hours, but the next best chance of some widespread measurable rainfall, that's not going to come until Saturday. So enjoy the outdoors while we can, because I know a lot of people like to get stuff done on Saturday. It is looking like it's going to rain most of the day, Laura.
Okay, good heads up. Thanks, Emily. If you're making a New Year's resolution, it might involve the treadmill, maybe some weights. Will Vogt got back in the gym and caught up with a 27-time world champion powerlifter from Hepzibah to get his advice on keeping a fitness resolution.
You know, around this time last year, I did a story with T. Skinny Man Myers, and I struggled to do 3 push-ups. Well, after seeing that, he offered to train me, and a few months later, I was holding up trophies, winning powerlifting competitions. Well, in the months since then, I've stopped going to the gym. But you know what? It's a new year, new me. And I'm back at the gym. Come on, let's go inside.
Usually this time of the year, people are getting ready for their New Year's resolutions. I don't have a New Year's resolution. I work out year-round.
Myers has to do what he does. This is him last month, lifting more than 630 pounds and reminding everyone who he is.
The world's strongest granddaddy. I am him. I burn most of my calories off because I talk so much. So that burns a lot of my calories off.
When he comes to the gym and works out, he feels good. And he sees the benefits affecting his home life, too.
But she says, baby, can you open this jar for me? I said, yeah, baby, I can do it. Pop. And she goes, oh, you're so strong and musculous.
Every January, Myers sees new people coming to the gym, but he says most of them stop by February. Why? He thinks many people push themselves too hard.
Start out with something you can do and gradually increase it so when you leave the gym, you leave with a victory. Don't leave beat down because you're not going to want to come back.
I didn't come back for months because I didn't feel like it.
Now squat down and don't die.
But I'm back now.
It's called discipline. Discipline is doing what you know you need to do, but you don't want to do. You're the only guy I've seen deadlift in a necktie, but let's go.
Well, I have the discipline to stick with it.
And just hold them out.
Will you?
All the time.
Let's see where we are next year. Back in the gym.
You can be the man you used to be. Do you believe me?
Yeah. Well,
do you believe me, Will? Do you believe it? Can you do it?
On your side.
Get down and give me some push-ups. Come on, Will. You're the wall.
absolutely love this guy. But Myers is hosting a charity powerlifting event at the end of the month on January 27th. It's at the Augusta South YMCA. So if you're interested, if you think you're up to it, if you want to sign up, we have a link on our website. He says all of the money raised will go to charity. A group in North Augusta fastened their helmets and hopped on their bikes to kick off the new year. The Sierra Club tries to do outdoor activities twice a month, and today they hit the Greenway, which they say is great for first-timers. Kathy Black is part of the group. For her, she said today's ride wasn't so much about fitness as it was about being in the moment.
I like to feel the breeze on your face. I like to see the nature, see the people, see the dog walkers, the squirrels running by. I've had close encounters with squirrels before.
Gotta watch those squirrels. The group says they managed to put in 12 miles today, filled with relaxation and fun, so it looks like they are off to a great start for 2024. And if you happen to be out in nature in South Carolina, be watching out for these guys. I don't know how you could miss them. A lot of people are spotting tegu lizards all around the state. Now, wildlife agencies are asking you to let them know if you see one. The South American tegu is a black and white or red lizard. It can grow up to 4 feet long. South Carolina DNR says since they were first confirmed to be in the state, they've seen and cited more than 100. That's how many have been reported. Here's what the director of animal care at Riverbank Zoo in Columbia says you need to know.
Don't try to catch it. I mean, that's the one thing I think a lot of people don't realize. When I say that it's a 4-foot-long lizard or can be a 4-foot-long lizard, that tail can whip around and do some damage. They do have teeth. They could bite. They have nails. They can scratch. They're really strong. So don't try to pick it up.
Lovely. Instead, he says call DNR so they can add it to their tracking maps and possibly come out and catch it for you. 2023 was a big year when it came to local sports. After the break, we highlight the greatest and not so greatest moments.
I quit smoking.
To lose 20 pounds.
First Alert Radar, Wrdw Group.
Hello, 2024. The Rooms to Go New Year sale is here. Say hello, style. Hello, comfort. Hello, savings. Shop online or in store and start the new year off right with amazing sale prices that make anything possible. Let's celebrate. Let's decorate. The Rooms to Go New Year sale is going on now.
I'm Mike Costello.
On your sideline, sports brought to you by the Hawk Law Group.
This past year was full of moments that brought us to our knees in celebrations. Happy tears, sometimes sad, but they were moments that will now go down in history in the CSRA. Here's some of them that won't be scrubbing from our timeline anytime soon. From the stroke of midnight, bringing us into 2023, to days later when Georgia was declared back-to-back national champions. Winning was contagious. Westside boys basketball lifted the 2A trophy for the second year in a row. Across the river, North Augusta girls basketball brought home their 5th championship in 7 years. In Jackets golf, they ended a 40-year drought. Greenbrier girls golf lifted their own banner. There was the crowd surfing after Harlem baseball knocked off Ringgold, bringing home their first piece of hardware since 1986. Then there was that Augusta Christian trophy lift that's been 16 years in the making. On the rubber, Strom Thurmond and the Aiken Hornets titled in track and field. We can't forget that national title at USC Aiken. And up around the river bend, Saluda became the Dixie World Series champions. 2023 gave us moments we won't be forgetting anytime soon, like Midland Valley's first win over North Augusta in 25 years. It gave us even more firsts. South Aiken bringing home a state title in volleyball, even Alleluia. Greenbrier did something that our area has never seen in flag football. Even Edmundburg winning their first state championship. Westminster kept the celebrations going in 8-man football. The year ended in a similar way it started. Georgia winning the Orange Bowl, breaking their own record for widest margin of victory in a bowl game. Listen, if we could relive all the best moments in sports this past year, we'd run out of time.
That's right. You hit some good ones.
Yeah, I think my favorite was probably Jimmy Lewis and Harlem and possibly South Aiken winning their first championship because that was just an incredible moment that you didn't feel the emotions until you were there.
Very special.
Yes.
I'm just going to cling tight to that Georgia National Championship win from January.
Yeah, hold on tight to that.
Rock myself to sleep tonight, so it'll be great.
There you go. Nothing like Kirby Smart on your pillow.
Yeah. All right, we'll be back with more news and weather, but first, let's check in with Emily.
Well, we've had a warm day today, but a cold night in store for us, so don't turn off the heat just yet. I'll let you know what to expect coming up.
Since I arrived here 3 years ago, I've fallen in love with the area. There really is a lot to do. Some of my favorite places include downtown Augusta. I love the atmosphere on Broad Street. Plus, I'm a dog mom, so you may see me sometime at Pendleton King or Evanstown Center Park with my dog Remy. I love exploring the city so I can enjoy it with my family when they visit, which is often. And of course, I've made lots of friends through work and play. This may not be where I'm from, but this is where I call home.
My name is Nora. How are you doing? We go to stories. We travel there because we can bring someone to that story. We can be their eyes. We can be their ears.
You have spinal issues and you can hit the ball that far. You're really good.
That human connection is incredibly important. Because the news doesn't have to be depressing.
Tell me, what do you love about Remy?
It can be uplifting. We're hard news with heart.
Hey, Chill, what's the matter?
Man, this name change is stressing me out.
Everyone will know we still specialize in Medicare.
Yeah, I know that. What about this?
Are you 64.com?
Overnight tonight, we can expect to see lows dropping off into those upper 20s, so a drastic difference from the 60s that we saw this afternoon, and definitely going to...
Since I arrived here 3 years ago, I've fallen in love with the area. There really is a lot to do. Some of my favorite places include downtown Augusta. I love the atmosphere on Broad Street. Plus, I'm a dog mom, so you may see me sometime at Pendleton King or Evanstown Center Park with my dog Remy. I love exploring the city so I can enjoy it with my family when they visit, which is often. And of course, I've made lots of friends through work and play. This may not be where I'm from, but this is where I call home.
My name is Nora. How are you doing?
We go to stories. We travel there because we can bring someone to that story. We can be their eyes. We can be their ears.
You have spinal issues and you can hit the ball that far. You're really good.
That human connection is incredibly important. Because the news doesn't have to be depressing.
Tell me, what do you love about Remy?
It can be uplifting. We're hard news with heart.
Hey, Chill, what's the matter?
Man, this name change is stressing me out.
Everyone will know we still specialize in Medicare.
Yeah, I know that. What about this?
Are you 64.com?
Overnight tonight, we can expect to see lows dropping off into those upper 20s, so a drastic difference from the 60s that we saw this afternoon, and definitely going to need to turn on the heat overnight tonight. But good news is, not expecting a whole lot of wind chill for us. So cold start to our Tuesday, warming up though in the afternoon, only reaching those lower 50s though, and then we'll do it all again for our Wednesday. But showers come into play late in the evening and into the overnight hours, but should be clearing up for us for our Thursday, looking sunny, high right around 56, mostly sunny for our Friday. So enjoy the outdoors while you can, because Saturday expecting a washout for us. Expecting some heavy rainfall really lasting throughout the greater part of the day, but we'll clear up for the end of our weekend and the start to next week. But overall, not a terrible start to the year. Overnight lows could be a little bit warmer in my opinion, but other than that, I would say this is a very January forecast, Laura.
Okay, thanks, Emily. We know you'll keep an eye on it for us. That's all for us. We have more news and weather coming up tonight at 11.
At the CBS Evening News, we focus on solutions, finding solutions to help people understand what are the right choices to make for you and your family.